There are some great VR games out there, but with games like Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Iron Man VR and Demio costing $40 per game, buying games certainly isn't cheap. But you don't have to spend any money to get great games, because here we have some of the best games that you can get right now for free. Links to all the free games are in the description down below, so all you need to do if you want a game is click on the link, log in with your account, click on get, and then the game will be added to your account so that the next time you put on your headset, it will be right there ready to install. It really is that easy. So I do hope you enjoy the video. Let me know which is your favourite in the comments down below, and let's get into it. Kicking off this list is one of the most played games on the Quest platform, Pavlov's Shack. If ever you wanted to play a first-person shooter like Counter-Strike in VR, then this is it. The game sees you play in various team-based battle modes including Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Seek and Destroy, and there's even a zombie mode too. It's a great game to get stuck into and just have some fun. It's a pretty fast-paced game though, so I definitely recommend getting some solo practice in first before heading out into your first match. With realistic weapon mechanics and a healthy number of online players to play with, it's definitely worth checking out. Build your character and then climb, run and slide through a never-ending horde of monsters in this physics-based roguelike action game. Battle talent is at its core just relentless fighting, so if ever you wanted to let loose on a game and just vent, then this is it. It even has a modding community where you can add characters like stormtroopers and trolls from Lord of the Rings to the game, and even wield lightsabers and the Infinity Gauntlet. It's pure hack and slash fun, so definitely give yourself a large play area when playing this one. In one of the few games to completely embrace hand tracking, Elixir sees you play as a sorceress in training where you use your hands to experiment with different potions and items around the lab. It's a short game but is a unique experience as it starts to show what can be achieved in a game with no controllers, and so is definitely worth a try. Sometimes you just want to kick back and relax, and other times you just want to brag to your mates about the size of the fish that you just caught. Well, now you can do both. Bait isn't going to win the award for most realistic fishing game, but it would be one of the most socially engaging games out there. There are 7 different locations and over 60 different fish to catch, either solo or with up to 4 other players. Once you've had enough of fishing, you can just chill out in the social meeting rooms with up to 12 others and play a variety of mini games as well, including RC board racing. So kick back, relax, and cast that line. If you like your sports games a bit faster paced, then it's time to go shoot some hoops. Gym Class Basketball VR has no rival in this space and offers a truly unique experience that's well worth a try. You can play solo, but it's the online multiplayer mode where this game really shines, where you can play with up to 8 others in a variety of different game modes. The graphics are simple but well done, and the mechanics of the game are easy to get the hang of. Team up with your mates to practice layups and stunt shots, or spend hours getting that perfect slam dunk. Your arms will definitely feel it after you've finished. Gun Raiders is a VR shooter with simple graphics but is great fun to play. You can chat with friends whilst mowing down enemies in various game modes whilst jetpacking through the air or climbing from wall to wall monkey style. There's 6 different game modes to get stuck into, including Battle Royale, Control and Team Deathmatch. You can even use custom skins to make your player stand out from the rest. So whether it's holding a strategic location until time runs out, a free-for-all session where anything goes, or a simple team deathmatch where the team with the most point wins, there's tons of fun to be had here in some super frantic gameplay. VR Chat is a social platform that lets you embody a full VR avatar and catch up with friends and make new ones, all whilst taking part in the many games that have been created within it, or just chilling out at the bar. Characters are heavily anime influenced, and it's a game that is definitely for the older audience, despite the number of kids on it, as there are, as with any social platform, some pretty crass players out there, and moderation on VR Chat is pretty light. But when you find a good room to hang out in with a good bunch of people, it's a great place to hang out. Rec Room is pretty much the VR version of Roblox, where you can choose from a vast array of different game modes to play with friends from around the world. There's paintball, dodgeball, parkour courses, escape rooms, high seas adventures, haunted castles, and now even a battle royale mode. And the list keeps getting longer, where you can even create your own. And the game is cross-play, so everyone, no matter whether they're playing on a mobile phone or a VR headset, can play together. There is just so much content in this game, and it's amazing that it's still free. There's definitely a lot of young kids in the chat rooms though, so be prepared to use that mute button because there are some great games in here that are worth sticking around for. If you want something a bit more mature though, and you're a poker fan, or even if you're not, then give PokerStars VR a try. You can play various card games such as blackjack and poker, where you can chuck down your chips, throw down your cards, and generally have a good time. There's a wide range of virtual environments to choose from, and you can chat with people around the table just like a real poker game. If you have a Quest Pro, then there's even face and eye tracking too. It's simulated gambling, so you're not actually playing with real money, but for some, that might actually be a good thing. Big Screen is your virtual cinema where you can join or host a chat room with up to 12 people to either discuss or watch movies and TV shows of pretty much any genre there is. From 80s movies to horror to sci-fi, there really is no limit. It's the virtual movie club you didn't think you needed. Not only that, but you can also play locally stored video files on it and even stream your PC to it and play your PC games in your VR headset, or just hang out in one of their social chat rooms. It's a great way to kick back and connect with like-minded people, and you should check it out for the 3D movies at least, if nothing else. Blast On is the first but not last game on this list that used to be a paid game but is now free. This is a 1v1 shooter game where you fight it out with other online opponents in a fast and frantic game where the aim is to win by beating your opponent in the best of 3 rounds. You do this by grabbing the various guns and shields that materialize around you and using them to outgun and outwit your opponent. Each weapon shoots different types of bullets at different speeds, so there's lots of ducking and diving as you try to evade the bullets coming at you whilst also taking shots at your opponent. It is immense fun and definitely worth a go. If ever you wanted to play Rocket League in VR, then here we have Ultimex, which is exactly that but with robots instead of cars. Choose your stadium and play a game 1v1 or team up with a mate and go 2v2 instead. You move around the stadium by moving from one gamepad to the next, where the ball is controlled by hitting it with rocket powered fists that fly out from your arms. It takes some practice to steer with your fists, but it's worth sticking with. You can also customize your robot and even pay for a season pass for even more cosmetic skins if you really want to. But it's the gameplay that really makes this stand out. It is one of the most fun games I've played this year. Hyperdash is another game that used to be a paid game but is now free. It is a team-based online shooter that sees 2 teams of 5 play against each other in various game modes, including capture the flag, hold the point, and deathmatch. You can wield a gun or shield in each hand, so it's up to you whether you go all-out attack with 2 guns or are more reserved with a gun and shield combo. Moving around the game is done by either teleporting or dashing short distances, as well as sliding along rails to get somewhere quickly. This all makes for short and sharp games which are immense fun to play. It's easy to pick up though, and there is a great online community to play with. Population 1 continues the trend of another game that used to be a paid game but is now free. It's a battle royale game in a similar vein to Fortnite, reimagined for VR. So it's not just the traditional loot, shoot and build, but you can also climb anything, and I do mean anything. You can then fly from one vantage point to the next. So whether it's playing the traditional battle royale mode with up to 24 other players or battling it out in one of the other 8 game modes, you are going to have to stay on your toes in order to get good at this one. They've even added a sandbox mode so you can create your own maps. This game just keeps getting better and better, so definitely check this out. In Gorilla Tag, the clue is certainly in the name, because you basically play a game of tag as a gorilla. That's it. There's no buttons or stick controls, just the frantic movement of your hands and arms to move as fast as you possibly can as you parkour up trees and cliff faces to evade or chase Monkey down in the 4 different game modes. When that all gets a bit stressful, you can just hang out in a virtual jungle with randos or group up with friends in a private room to hang out and play. The concept sounds simple, and it is, but it is frantic fun and is already one of the most played games on the platform. So many games to get stuck into, and with a number of games previously switching from paid games to free to play, it's going to be worth keeping your eye out to see if there's any other games that follow that trend and do likewise. I do hope there's been some games in this video that have sparked your interest. If you're going to give any a go, let me know which ones in the comments down below. And if I've actually missed any out that you think should have been this list, let me know in the comments down below as well. If you want to check out some more great games that, whilst not free, are definitely worth checking out, then click on the link up here. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.